What is up, guys? ShadowNinja here, and I'm going to be talking about right now a little bit of a rant, and I will be completely honest, this is a rant. The day of me recording this is November 11th. It's currently 11:52 p.m. This is the first weekend of Call of Duty World War II, and I'm afraid this might be my last weekend with Call of Duty World War II. Now, I'm going to explain to you why this game sucks. Don't worry, well, it sucks for the most part, but I do have fun with the game in itself, the gameplay mechanics. But I'm going to get into the reason why I think it sucks. So Call of Duty World War II, for the most part, is the first game where we're going back boots on the ground with the Call of Duty franchise. Since Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and Black Ops 3, we had these jetpacks, exosuits, stuff like that. Now, people didn't like it. I know I didn't like it. Black Ops 3 I kind of enjoy with the movement system. I think they nailed it down pat. But that's when I've come to realize something. So what I'm going to show you on screen is going to be a Modern Warfare 2 trailer. Now, I'm going to explain why this trailer is not only nostalgic, but it's also innovative and stuff like that. And I'll get into explanation after you guys see it.
Good kill.
To the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. So this is like a full-blown attack, I'm more dramatic. Cause I don't really think that the fact that I'm Sonata is a black and platinum status is whack if I'm not the baddest.
So arguably the trailer you just saw is basically from the best Call of Duty game out there. Now, remembering it not for nostalgic reasons as a game in itself, the game was great. It was pretty much perfect, and I mean it, perfect. Alright, there was a few exploits with one-man army and the noob tubes, but it was pretty much perfect in the game as itself. It pushed a lot of new things such as customizable kill streaks, perks that you can There's two sets of perks. There's a standard version and there's a pro version. There's challenges you have to complete, stuff like that. The maps in itself were related to the story and setting it was bringing in the game. And it was, again, very innovative. It was at the time when Call of Duty was the front and center shooter. It had confidence. It pushed whatever it had and everything was following it. It was not following as a franchise other franchises. It was setting the standpoint of what a shooter should be. And for a while now, since that game came out, Call of Duty has lost that, and it's become clear to me that Call of Duty is not an innovator. They are just following, and they're just selling this game, this piece of crap game. Now, when I mean piece of crap, I mean nothing new. There's nothing new about this game that I have not seen in other Call of Duty. Oh yeah, there's divisions instead of classes. I still make my class, my division gives me a unique ability. It's the same shit from the past Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare with the specialists. Like, there's nothing new with that. And for the maps in itself, I like two maps in this game. I like the St. Bernard map or whatever with the house in the middle, and I like the flak tower and somewhat like the trench map. Every other map I do not like at all. It's very disconnected from me. Argonne Forest, yeah, has the Battle of the Bulge from the campaign, but that's really much it. The USS Texas takes place on a ship, and apparently we got to believe that the Axis powers and the Americans or Allies had a fight on a USS ship. They've never heard that in history, and this is a game that's supposed to be historically accurate somewhat, or bring a historic accurate setting. The Flak Tower, I'm pretty sure from the setting, it takes place in Berlin. We never touched about the Battle of Berlin in World War II. We did it World at War, so maps in that game made sense, but here we never touched about that. There is a map, I think, that takes place on an island. I'm pretty sure that's in Italy. We never saw the Italian front. There's a lot of stuff in this game we don't see, and there's a disconnect. Modern Warfare 2, for example, all the maps were somewhat related to the campaign itself. The DLC maps, maybe not so much, but that's when the DLC can be a little free and more open. But it has so much of a setting connection, like location, stuff like that. In World War II, I don't even care about the DLC. I'm not buying the season pass. I can guarantee you that. I might play this game every now and then for fun, but I'm not touching this game after that. Now, games I've been playing recently, like Rainbow Six Siege, Battlefield from 3 all the way to 1 now, and Battlefront, for example, the Star Wars Battlefront franchise. I'm going to explain why I like these games a lot and why I will probably devote more time into those games compared to this game. Battlefield, for example, always pushing something new. The Frostbite engine. The engine in itself is similar, but it always is new every game. There's updates, there's stuff like that. Call of Duty, for example, has been running on the same game engine for 10 years. Remember in Call of Duty Ghosts when they said they got a brand new engine? Well, they lied to us. They flat out lied to us because they even came out and said it wasn't the same. It's the same, or basically a little upgraded version from the previous engine. We're working on the same engine for Call of Duty since pretty much Call of Duty 4. There's nothing new about it, and that's kind of disappointing. There's nothing innovative about the gameplay. It looks better, it feels smoother, but that's it. There's nothing new. With Battlefield, we have vehicles. Yeah, it's a different style shooter, I will give it that, but in itself is a very innovative game. There's Levolution. I know Levolution isn't bad, but hey, give them props for trying something new. There in Battlefield 1, we have these on Conquest, we have these behemoths, or these giant things that help the losing team catch up. Now, for the most part, there's something spectacle. They're supposed to add on to the wow factor, the explosion, the Michael Bay-ness of the game in itself. But it's an attempt at being innovative. Call of Duty has not done anything innovative that you have not seen in another shooter. For the most part, they take from other shooters. Now, I'm not going to say World War II is a direct answer for Battlefield 1. No. This game has been in development for 3 years. Battlefield 1's been in development for 2 years. These studios have no context of what they're doing. So I'm not going to separate that. But ever since Titanfall, it seems that Call of Duty has been trying to chase other shooters. Trying to capture something that from other shooters have and bring it to them. And that's not good. Because you don't see that with Battlefield, for example. They know what they got and they push what they got to the limit. Every single game they push something new. Now, Rainbow Six Siege, for example, they took a simple game mode from Call of Duty. I'm going to call it. I haven't read anything, but it's pretty obvious that they took Search and Destroy from Call of Duty. Or I guess you could say the CSGO style of Search and Destroy, stuff like that. That CSGO, Call of Duty, Search and Destroy, you get the point. You have one life and all that. But they expanded upon it. They knew that the community in itself, how the players play the game will make their game. They were aware of that when designing it. I'm in college. I'm a game designer. I want to make games for a living. So I look at these details because I want to learn from it. And Rainbow Six Siege is a unique game when it comes to a shooter where it lets the community dictate where the game goes. The studio in itself does have power to do stuff, but it's how the players play that really dictates how Rainbow Six Siege is. And that's why as a game and as a community, it's always growing. The community has direct control by how they play and how they enjoy the game over the developers. They're not saying, hey, do this because this will be cool. No, how they play the game dictates how Ubisoft and how the Rainbow Six Siege games goes forward. Every engagement, even though there's not that many maps in Rainbow Six Siege for the past 2 years, has felt different. I have never had one game in Rainbow Six Siege feel like another game. Every operators have their own abilities. Every operators has their own gun sets, has their own attachments. That's something that Call of Duty does not offer. Now, I'm saying like don't take stuff from Siege and put it in this game because that's what Call of Duty's been doing. But find your identity. Call of Duty right now is like a teenager kid trying to find who he wants to be in life, and he's lost. He's a deer in headlights, and he does not know what the hell he wants to do with himself. I'm being serious. This game, oh, they added headquarters. It's just, they just took out stuff from the hood and just put it into in a location. That's literally all I did. They had 1v1 and stuff like that. You can play 1v1. Oh my god, I can do that in a private game. They just publicized it. They have a firing range. Firing range been in Call of Duty since what? I think Black Ops 1? Black Ops 2? It's nothing new. The firing range has been there before. It's nothing crazy. It's been there. They're just putting it in location, say, hey, we're gonna have headquarters, you have all these challenges, stuff like that. Daily challenges, that's something new in the shooter industry. I mean, it's nice, it's a good addition, but it's nothing new. Call of Duty World War II has not innovated nothing different. Kill streaks still work the same. They took out perks, but they added perks, but it's still kind of perks. Just basic training. You can't pick 3, you can only pick 1. Attachments, nothing new. We've seen rapid fire since Black Ops 1. Like, there's really nothing new. So the big thing I have with Call of Duty, and why Call of Duty World War II sucks, respect to the developers. Making the game is very stressful, tedious. I respect all the artwork, all the locations, the graphics, the story. The campaign in this game was great. But there's nothing innovative about this game. I'm being serious. If you haven't bought this game, there's a few things maybe I'll say buy this game. It's fun. You can play games quick and easy. You don't have to devote so much time to it, stuff like that. But besides that, there's nothing innovative about this game. You want to play a game that you're going to devote time and effort into and have a different experience every single time? Purchase Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege if you haven't already. I'm being serious. That game's phenomenal. You will be overwhelmed at first, but that game is phenomenal. It does a lot of good, innovative things. Battlefield 1, DICE took a chance with going to World War 1. That's a setting a AAA shooter has never ever gone to. Yeah, they didn't really take it to the most realistic fashion, but hey, give them props for trying something new and crazy. We were all hyped with the trailers because we didn't think we'll ever see a World War AAA game ever. World War 1 was not even in our radar with Battlefield. Being serious, we thought we were going to get another modern shooter, but we didn't. Maybe we were going to get Future, but we didn't. We got World War 1, an era I've never played besides Battlefield 1, which is insane. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got with this one. I'm really disappointed with this game. I've tried it. I have like 13, 14 hours in this game. I Prestige. I'm really trying to love it, but it's really getting frustrating. And need to mention, I didn't even mention the server issues. That's a technical standpoint. Probably not even on Sledgehammer's part. Probably more on Activision's part. I don't even care about that. That's understandable with the game. But besides that, Call of Duty is the back burner of the shooters. It's following everyone else, trying to play catch up, trying to find its identity, and it's sucking at it pretty bad. I don't expect this game to be as successful as other games, like for example Modern Warfare 2. When you saw in that trailer, it pushed a lot of innovative things, and it had confidence in that trailer. With the song and everything, it had confidence in that trailer that this game is going to sell, it's going to dominate, and nothing will touch it. World War 2, there's no confidence. It's just, let's put on another Call of Duty, see how much money we can get, and let's tell fans we're back. It's just all marketing, this game, be honest. Get the squad back together, that's going to die off the honeymoon phase. Ain't nobody going to be playing this game like that, like they used to with the old games. Call of Duty has to push something innovative. And that's all I got to say. If they don't push something innovative, and they don't change their identity, this franchise will die out. And it's not even boots on the ground that was the fault, or going futuristic. It's the fact that the studios are too scared to innovate. But that's pretty much all I got with this one. So if you like what you saw, please like this video, like and subscribe. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.